Hey guys, we are interrupting our normal scheduled videos for a special quarantine edition COVID-19 what every student needs to hear video, because you are sitting at home right now in quarantine just like me. I'm actually in my camper because there's no way you'd be able to hear me in my house right now because we got little guys running around and it's insanity. And I don't know how you're dealing with this. I don't know how, I never thought I'd be filming a video from quarantine, but here we are. And I just have some things to say. If you're brand new here, thanks for checking us out. Consider subscribing, becoming a part of this family, a part of this community. We really love and appreciate hearing from you guys. And so we're going to talk some specifics, some tangible things that you could be doing to help improve this time, to help improve your mental health, and just to make the most of it, to make the best of it. And I want to encourage you to stick around to the end because we're giving away something for free to all of you. Yes, free stuff. So if you're just here for free things, stick around. If you're here for life change, you want to become a better person, I'm glad you're here too. So let's roll that intro and get to work. I don't think any of us could have anticipated this happening. This virus, this worldwide pandemic that is literally shutting down society. Not only is it shutting down society, but it's wreaking havoc on people's health. And I don't know how you're dealing with this because it all affects us in different ways. Some of you are like, sweet, I don't have to go to school. I can do online school in my PJs with my slippers on. You get to spend maybe a little bit more time with your family, and maybe it's kind of like an extended vacation for some of you, but for some of you, it's terrible. You're isolated from your friends and your social network, and maybe you're isolated from the school psychologist or the school counselor that normally helps talk you through your week. Maybe you're stuck at home with the family members that are causing all the grief and the strife and the struggles and the issues that you constantly deal with. Maybe you have people that you know that are sick and you can't even go visit them. I don't know how this is affecting you or how this is impacting you, but it's impacting all of us in some way. And so I just want to speak a couple truths that we can hang on to during this difficult time and help make the most of it. First thing I want you to focus on is that I want you to go ahead. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 5 weeks, 10 weeks. Who knows how long schools are going to be shut down, social events are going to be shut down, how the social distancing or the shelter in place orders will be in place. Who knows? But I want you to go fast forward to the end of it in your mind. And I want you to think carefully, specifically, tangibly. I hope you got pencil and paper out ready to write some things down. I want you to think, how do you want to be different after this time? Do you really want to have hours and hours and seasons of Netflix racked up and bags of Cheetos that you were able to snag from the grocery store consumed? Do you want to have slept away the whole time, or been on social media so much that now your mental health is even worse than it was to begin with? Hello, somebody who's screening. I see you. You're double screening right now. Put your phone down, dive in, plug in. You got nowhere else to be. Just like me. How do you want to be at the end of this? Do you want to be in better shape? Do you want to have better relationships? You're like, well, I got to keep my distance. Yeah, but you can write letters. What if you wrote a letter to every single person who has positively impacted you? Or an email, or a text, or you FaceTimed, or you Zoomed, or whatever. What if you took this time to invest, or to even say thank you? To grow your gratitude for the people in your life who have impacted you. Maybe you take this time to exercise. Man, me and my family, I know I'm a gym teacher, whatever, but we've been exercising so much because we need it more than ever. We need exercise in our life. When we're all cooped up, or some of you are in apartment buildings where you literally cannot leave your apartment building. I'm out here in Montana where we at least have a little bit of space and we've got a big backyard and whatever else, but we need exercise during this time. We need to release some of that energy. And so it's important to think about, how do you want to get better over this time? Maybe you read a bunch of books. Maybe you become fluent in Spanish. Maybe your school field trip to Spain got canceled, and now you're going to spend some time on Duolingo and just crush Spanish as a second language. I don't know. Maybe you're going to really invest in your mental health, and you're going to spend some time journaling or working through some of the issues that have plagued your life to this point. I don't know what it looks like for you, and I don't know how negatively this is impacting you. Maybe you're sitting there sulking because this was your senior year and you missed your track season. You missed your chance to go to state. You missed your opportunity to play on the golf team, or you missed the chance to go to the NCAA tournament, or you missed the chance to finish out your 8th grade year at the middle school where you were top dogs. I don't know for you, but it's impacted you in a way, and I want you to specifically, tangibly think, how do you want to be different when this is over? And then work backwards. You want to get in better shape? Then get your butt up a little earlier. Get on YouTube, throw on some Fitness Blender, get on some of those channels that help us kick our own butt. Zoom with a friend, Skype with a friend, FaceTime with a friend, and do crunches while you're talking to each other. I don't get creative. One of the most amazing parts about this time is that it's forcing people to get creative with how to do business, or how to do fitness, or how to do family, right? We got parents, myself included, working from home. Today was my first day of teaching online school, online PE. Hello, somebody, right? We got to get creative. We got to get scrappy. And I hope you are too. And if you're not, maybe you need me as this wake-up call to do something, to take advantage of this time, because you've been given the gift of time. You've been given the gift of isolation, which for some of us scares the crap out of us because we're so bad at being alone with ourselves. And you've been given that gift. Sure, it comes in a terrible package. Sure, it comes in a worldwide pandemic. Sure, it's not ideal. But we can either make the best of it, or we can make the worst of it. You can spend your days swiping on your phone, becoming more anxious, watching news clips, and just becoming more and more paranoid. The second thing that I think every student should focus on during this time is asking yourself the question, who can you help? Who can you help? Now, I know that you're socially isolated. I know that maybe you're stuck at home and maybe you're with people that you don't necessarily want to be with, but you don't have to be in this situation. You get to be in this situation. It's all about the perspective that you choose to own during this time. How could you be of help? Maybe you have a ridiculous amount of time with your little brother who drives you insane. And up to this point, you really haven't spent much time. Maybe you're a junior or a senior. Maybe you have very few days left with this little person. Maybe you look to read some books with them. Maybe you look to help them with their homework. Maybe you look to choose to have a different attitude, even just within your own family, with making dinner, with helping out around the house. Maybe to this point in time in your life, you haven't been a very grateful, pleasant person. Maybe you have a little too much teenager going on up in your household, but ask, who could you help? Maybe I saw in my community they ran a PPE drive, a personal protective equipment, where they gathered, they had a group of people that ran this drive to get masks and gloves and other supplies to local doctors and hospitals. I thought that was an amazing way for people to help out. It's been amazing to see how people have been creative to still connect. Utilizing social media as a way to help people rather than just to numb yourself and to waste time. You could utilize this time to send positive messages to people. Or maybe you just go through and you spend 10 minutes a day writing positive comments on friends' posts or things like that, where normally you would say snarky things or you would just scroll on by. Use this time and ask yourself, who can I help? And maybe the person that you need to help the most is yourself. Oftentimes it's really easy to look around at other people that you can help. But many times we suck at helping ourselves. How many times have you woke up early during this quarantine time and spent some time journaling or gathering your thoughts? Maybe to set some goals or to work out your 5-year plan, to apply for colleges. I mean, you have so much time that's been given to you. Why not utilize that to help others and to help yourself? Go ahead right now and brainstorm a list. What are some things that if you were to be your best self, if you were to live your best life, if you were to be the most mentally healthy you've ever been, what needs to be fixed? I want to point you guys to a resource that I think will be very helpful for you. We are working with a company called Bloom. Bloom is a digital resource for online therapy. It's a therapist in your pocket, essentially. Bloom is an app that you can utilize through a subscription basis, and we're giving you 1 month for free to test it out and to try it out. There's journaling questions, there's mindfulness questions, there's gratitude prompts, and they work through what's called cognitive behavioral therapy. I think some of you would greatly benefit from utilizing this resource, and it's free for you for a month in your pocket. Plus, they're giving me a handful of memberships that I can give away to people who have financial need and can't afford to do the app subscription. I am not trying to sell something. I am trying to help you. And this is one resource, one company that reached out and said, hey, we can help your listeners. We can help your audience with this therapy. I've used it a handful of times, and it's a pretty cool way to start your day and just to kind of get your mind right. So we've got a link down in the description to Bloom, 1 month free. And then if you want to keep using it and you struggle financially, just hit me up and I'll get you a free membership. We'll work it out. I love you guys and I want you to succeed. I want this time to be a time of growth. I want you to look back on this time that we're going to study in the history books as the COVID-19 outbreak quarantine that lasted who knows how long. And I want you to look back on this time as a time of growth, as a time of self-reflection and introspection, where you actually spend time with that person that looks back at you in the mirror and you work on that relationship. You build yourself up. You feed on content that is going to be encouraging you rather than swiping on social media and drowning yourself in memes and ridiculous videos. Invest in yourself. Use this time. We love you guys. If you need help, if you need resources, please reach out. Please comment. I love hearing from you guys. I'm sitting at home just like you, so let's connect a little bit more. 7 people normally comment. Let's try maybe 10, right? We get 1,000 views on this video, and I hardly hear from some of you, right? I'm questioning whether or not to even go on with this channel because we have such little engagement from you. This is here for you. I'm not here to make money. I'm here for you. I'm in your corner. I'm picking you up off the couch saying, let's go. Start fighting for yourself. Start fighting for your future. Start fighting for your family, not with your family, for your family, and make the most of this time. Make the best of this time. Invest. Dig in. Love you guys.